There's a part inside your Subaru, smaller than your thumb, that's quietly strangling your engine right now. You can't see it, you can't hear it, but every time you shut this car off, it gets a little worse, and you are absolutely feeling it in how this thing drives. It's your fuel injectors, one for every cylinder in that boxer engine, and their whole job is to turn raw gasoline into a fine, even mist, thousands of times a minute, every minute you drive. But every tank you burn leaves a little varnish behind, a little carbon, and slowly that perfect mist turns into a weak, uneven dribble. You already know the symptoms, even if you've been blaming other things. The rough shake at a red light, that half-second dead spot when you step on the gel economy slide 4-5 miles a gallon and cursing the price at the pump instead of the part. Here's the thing, the dealer will never say out loud. They would love to sell you a brand new set of injectors, $800, $1,200, sometimes $1,500 with labor. A lot of shops won't even attempt to clean them because replacing them is just better business. Almost nobody does, and skip it. And you'll be right back here in a month. Let's get under the hood for a second because once you understand what's going on in there, every step after this makes sense. A fuel injector is basically a precision electric valve. It snaps open and shuts several times a second, spraying gasoline through a tip with tiny openings machined into it. Openings finer than anything you could drill by hand. When that tip is clean, the fuel leaves as a cone of fine mist that lights off completely and evenly across the cylinder. Here's where Subarus take it on the chin a little harder than most. That boxer engine lies flat, cylinders horizontal, and the injectors sit right down in the heat. Every time you switch the car off, the engine heat soaks. The temperature actually climbs for a few minutes with no coolant moving. That bakes the trace of fuel left in the injector tip into a hard varnish. Do that TBU deposit stack up layer by layer. Now the spray pattern falls apart. Instead, ores, dribbles, fat, uneven droplets. And big droplets don't burn cleanly. Worse, an injector that's even slightly clogged delivers less fuel than the computer is asking for, so your Subaru's ECU starts compensating, dumping in more fuel, pulling timing, chasing a target it can't quite hit. That's your economy and your smoothness gone. And there's one kind of driving that wrecks injectors twice as fast, and most Subaru owners do it every single day. Short trips. The 5-minute run to school, the engine never gets fully hot. The fuel stumble or hesitation right as you press the gas. Longer cranking in the morning before it catches. Fuel economy that's been quietly sliding for months. And if you've got a check engine light, pull the codes with a $20 reader. On a 4-cylinder boxer, you're looking for P0300 through P0304, random or cylinder-specific misfires. But here's the honest part most channels won't tell you. If an injector is electrically dead, or stuck open, or leaking, no bottle on earth is going to save it. Cleaner fixes a dirty injector. It does nothing for a broken one. So before you spend a single dollar, here's how to tell the two apart. A clogged injector gets worse gradually, and it usually drags down economy and smoothness across the whole engine. A failed injector tends to kill one cylinder hard, a steady thumping misfire that's there cold and hot, often with a raw fuel smell or a soaked spark plug on just that one cylinder. So pull your plugs. If one is wet or sooty black while the others look normal, that's a mechanical fault, not a cleaning job. And cleaner will only disappoint you. And one more, because it's the most common mix-up on higher mileage Subarus. A rough-running engine is very often a tired coil pack or a worn spark plug, parts that are far cheaper than injectors and far cheaper than a fuel service. Rule those out first. Confirm it's genuinely a fuel spray problem. And then, and only then, does the method I'm about to show you actually earn its keep. Ni. The ingredient that actually does the work has a name, PEA, polyethyramine. It's a real detergent chemistry that grabs onto those hard deposits and carries them off. And it does it at combustion temperature, where the older additives gave up. So this is your one rule at the shelf. If PEA isn't on the label, put the bottle back down. Doesn't matter how big the promise on the front is. Here's where it gets good, though. The products loaded with PEA aren't secret or exotic or hard to find. Chevron Techron, Redline SI1, Gumout's high concentration formula, and the one a lot of shops actually use behind the counter, BG44K. Hold on that last one for a second, because this is the part that should make you a little angry. When a dealer sells you a fuel induction service for $180, a big chunk of what they're doing is pouring a can of pretty much exactly this $180 in labor for $12 can and the 30 seconds it takes to open your fuel door. That's not a repair, that's a markup with a clipboard. And the moment you know that, you never pay for it again. So that's mistake number 1, and it's the B no PEA in it. Get that single thing right. Here's the method itself, step by step. 3 moves, and the order matters more than you'd think. Step 1, run your tank down low before you treat it, down to a quarter tank, even an eighth if you can do it safely. This is mistake number 2, and almost everyone makes it. They dump the bottle into a full tank. Do that, and you've diluted the detergent across 15 gallons, and the concentration drops below the level that actually scrubs. You want this stuff strong. Low tank, full dose, then go fill up. Now it's concentrated enough to do real work as it burns through. Step 2, and this is the one people are scared of, you have to actually drive it. Under load, hot. PEA does its best work at real combustion temperature, and if you pour it in and then putter around town on 5-minute errands, you never give it the heat it needs to lift anything. So take it out on the highway, find a safe, legal stretch, dit down a gear, and let the engine spin up H for a good sustained pull. 15-20 minutes of real driving. Mechanics have called this an Italian tune-up for 50 years, and the reason it works is simple. Heat plus detergent together lift deposits that neither one clears alone. Step 3. Burn that whole treated tank BEF tension as you do. A mild case, you'll feel the idle settle and the throttle wake up within a tank or two. A heavier case can take 2 or 3 rounds, a fresh bottle each time you run low. Don't judge it after 20 miles in a parking lot. Give it a full tank of heat and load before you decide anything. And one quick warning, because more is not better here. Don't double or triple the dose thinking it'll clean faster. Overconcentrate this stuff, and you can actually foul plugs and set a code. You'll create a problem instead of fixing one. Follow the bottle. The chemistry doesn't need a hero. Then one habit that makes all of this stick. From now on, fill up with top-tier gasoline. That's not a brand. It's a detergent standard and the big-name stationing additive in every gallon to stop the deposits from rebuilding. Cheap, no-name gas is how they piled up in the first place. Clean it once with PEA, maintain it with good fuel, and you've broken the whole cycle. So that's the core method. But for some of you, especially newer Subaru owners, the bottle alone, only S, need to tell you exactly why. 2 situations where a tank treatment won't fully get you there, and what to do in your own driveway instead of at a service desk. First, the stubborn case. If your injectors are genuinely caked, high miles, years of bargain gas, never been Treants, sometimes the in-tank route just can't break it loose. The next step up is still a driveway job. You can buy a direct injector cleaning kit for $30 or $40 that hooks to the fuel rail and pushes concentrated cleaner straight through the injectors with the tank bypassed completely. Take your time, follow the kit's pressure steps, and it's a $1 invoice. And the true last resort, pulling the injectors to have them ultrasonically cleaned and flow tested, still costs a fraction of replacement. And now you'd actually know which ones are weak second, and this is the one, almost. Nobody tells newer owners. If you've got a turbo Subaru, a WRX from the last decade, an Ascent, an Outback, or Legacy XT, you very likely have direct injection. On those engines, the injector sprays fuel straight into the cylinder, not over the intake valves. Great for power, but it means the detergent in your gas never washes across the back of your intake valves. So carbon builds up there hard, and no bottle in your fuel tank will ever reach it. For those engines, cleaning the injectors is only half the job. The intake valves need their own treatment, an intake-specific cleaner sprayed in through Tavy buildup, walnut shell blasting, which plenty of owners now do themselves with a blasting kit and a shop vac. So if you've got one of these direct injection Subarus and you've felt that stumble, don't are why it only got a little better. You were only ever cleaning one of 2 problems, which brings me to the final step. The one that decides whether any of this actually lasts, and the one almost everybody skips. You've cleaned the injectors. The car feels alive again. And this is the exact moment most people make their last mistake. They stop. and they slide right but clogged everything in the first place. And move is to run the treatment near the end of an oil change interval, then drop the old oil and refill. Fresh oil, clean injectors, same afternoon, and then the bigger one. Understand that this is not a one-time rescue. It's a rhythm. A can of PEA every 3,000 to 4,000 miles, basically every few fill-ups or every oil change, with good top-tier gas in between, and your injectors essentially never clog again. The owners who do this quietly roll past 200,000 and 300,000 miles with the original injectors still spraying like new. The owners who don't are the ones standing at a service desk at 100,000 getting handed a $1,200 quote for a set. Same car. The entire difference is a $12 bottle and knowing when to use it. So let's put the whole thing back together in one breath, because you really can do all of this yourself this weekend. 1. Confirm it's actually dirty injectors, gradual, rough idle, hesitation, sliding economy, and rule out a dead injector, a tired coil, a worn plug. So you owe. Buy a cleaner with PEA on the label and only PEA. Techron, Redline, SI1, BG, 44K, 3, run the tank low, pour the full dose, fill up, then actually drive it hot and hard for 20 minutes. 4. If it's stubborn or it's a direct injection turbo, step up to a rail kit or treat the intake valves too. And 5. Change your oil after a heavy clean and make the whole thing a habit instead of a one-time panic fix. Drop a comment with your Subaru, the model, the year, the mileage, and tell me whether you've ever had your injectors or your fuel system serviced and what they charged you for it. I read these, and I genuinely want to see the real numbers people are getting quoted out there. And if this got you thinking about what else on your Subaru you're overpaying to maintain, the next one you want is the $20 part that's quietly destroying these boxer engines from the inside out. Same kind of cheap, simple fix, and almost nobody realizes it's happening until the damage is already done. I'll see you in that one.